Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here on a Wednesday. We are counting down to the National Football League draft, and want to remind everybody that my collar's a little funky over here, but want to remind everybody that tomorrow the NFL draft begins with round one activities, and it looks like maybe, perhaps, as many as 3 Ohio State Buckeyes could go in the first round. You never know. Maybe more, maybe less, but Ohio State's been on a roll 6 years in a row with at least one first round selection. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about everything on News 9 Sports on the go, a draft special. I'll be there along with Don Sloan, the Nacho Man. We will talk football. We'll talk the National Football League, and we're going to have some fun doing that. So we're looking forward to that tomorrow night. And then this year, we did it last year, and we've added an additional day. We're going to do Friday as well, rounds 2 and 3. So, and Jack Hillgrove will be stopping by as well. So we'll have that. We'll have a cast of thousands. So a lot to talk about. So make sure you join us tomorrow on News 9 Sports on the go. It'll be on our streaming devices, and it will start at 8 o'clock when the draft starts. We'll be ready to go. Of course, the Cleveland Browns picking second in the National Football League draft, the Browns. Titans of Tennessee, yes. Then the New York Giants. So there's a lot of questions. Travis Hunter, the product out of Colorado, everything. They call him the unicorn now because he's such a good wide receiver and such a good defensive back. He can. That's the new thing people have been calling him, the unicorn. Yeah, I don't know. But so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Steelers at 21. Now, right now, the Steelers, one pick between picks 1 and 82. So only have one pick because they don't have a second-round pick. Now, they have DK Metcalf because they traded for DK Metcalf, and that's one of the things they gave up. But they can make a trade. You got to get somebody. You have to get a quarterback. That's number one. Yeah. I mean, well, and I'm nothing against Mason Rudolph, but I don't know if that. I mean, you made a trade for. You made a trade for DK Metcalf, and you have George Pickens, and you need a quarterback that can get them the football. Now the offensive line should be better. They were pretty solid last year, and they're going to grow into their stuff. So we'll talk about all of that, and we're going to talk about that and much more. But right now, we need to talk about Valley Converting and all that they do for the 9-Minute Phill-Up. We can't thank them enough for all that they do as they continue to help us bring you the 9-Minute Phill-Up. And of course, if you have paper products in the gem city of Toronto, you can take it there from wherever you live. Call them up, say, hey, I've got a bunch of paper I need to get recycled, and they will take care of that for you.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
And welcome back. It is the 9-Minute Phill-Up. It is a Wednesday. It is hump day heading into the weekend. And this weekend is a big weekend because of the National Football League draft. But before we continue with the National Football League draft, producer extraordinaire Jordan is here as well, as you already know. And Jordan, some big days today. Let's talk quickly. Let's go over the birthdays. Birthdays always fun on this date. Shirley Temple.
Wow.
Yeah. On the Good Ship Lollipop was her big song when she was a child star.
No, what was the one other song?
No, that was the one. That's what it said on the National Day calendar. That was her big song. She's probably got a couple.
What was that other song she sang?
Drink a Shirley Temple.
No.
I don't know. Because that's the other thing. I know Shirley Temple when she was a child star. I don't think I've probably seen a movie on some rerun somewhere. But that was
there's
the thing.
like this one song.
My son Ian loved to order Shirley Temples.
Oh yeah, that was
what was it? What
because we would go to if you would go to a restaurant with like your grandparents or whatever, and they'll be like, "Get a Shirley Temple," and you thought you were the coolest kid.
Wasn't it like a ginger ale and some
animal crackers in my soup?
Animal crackers in my soup.
It was like animal. Oh wait, I can't sing.
Go ahead, sing it.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you can.
It was like animal crackers in my soup. Something.
I just wanted to see if you'd sing it. That was pretty good. It was pretty good. So Shirley Temple, childhood actress, and had a couple of big hits on the Good Ship Lollipop. She might be, now Animal Crackers in My Soup. That's the big thing. TV stars. 1939, Lee Majors is born. Lee Majors still with us. And why wouldn't he be? He's the $6 million man. Must-see TV back in the day. $6 million man. He was in an accident, and they had to rebuild him. They showed him, they put an arm on, and it was all computerized, and then he could run faster. Like, he went from running like a normal human being to like 100 miles an hour or something. They fixed his legs. He was a $6 million man, so he'd go in all these tough assignments, and he would come up with how to figure it out and everything. But the $6 million man, Lee Majors, that was a big show. It was a big show. Then the spinoff on that one, Jordan, Bionic Woman with Lindsay Wagner. Just saying. It's pretty good stuff back in the day. It was kind of cool. And that was when, now you'd go, $6 million. What kind of guy are you getting for that? You spend $1 billion to make it really good. $6 million was huge. Jordan has no interest in that show. All right. Another star, Valerie Bertinelli, married Eddie Van Halen. She was on One Day at a Time. Big star. And she was...
I like Van Halen.
Oh, yeah. She was married. And Wolfgang Van Halen is their son. He plays bass now in the band. Wolfgang. But Valerie Bertinelli,
Like
she's on
Wolfgang
cooking
Puck.
shows. She's on, kind of. Well, and maybe she named him after that because she's a big cook.
Oh.
She does shows now on Food Channel.
Are they still married?
Well, Eddie Van Halen's died. But that's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I mean, he passed away, and they were divorced when he passed away.
So they weren't.
No, they weren't together anymore.
Okay. Sorry.
No problem. No problem.
Sorry, Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace.
What a loss he was. He was a tremendous guitar player. 1961, George Lopez, Hispanic actor, comedian. Loves golf.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And 1985, on this date, this was the biggest mistake in Coca-Cola history, but it actually turned out pretty well for him. Here's what they did. I actually did a college paper on this. It was a what was the class? Oh, it was about PR. It was about getting out in front of the story, trying to take control of the story. Don't let the media run the story and all that stuff. 1985, Coca-Cola introduces new Coke. We're getting rid of the original formula. Getting rid of the original formula. We're going with new Coke. And new Coke was basically a sweeter version. It was kind of more like Pepsi than it was like the original Coke. If the two tastes were more similar to each other than it was with the original Coke. So
they taste completely different.
Bananas.
They taste completely different.
Yeah. Coke and new Coke?
No, Coke and Pepsi.
No, I'm saying the new Coke was made to taste. It had a sweeter taste, more like Pepsi, is what I'm saying. So, but everybody went crazy. That was a Coca-Cola fan. Like, why did you change this? We don't want it to taste like, sweeter like Pepsi. We want the Coca-Cola taste, the original taste. So they went, okay, we're scrapping new Coke. And they brought back the original Coke. They had to sell out of the new Coke. New Coke doesn't even exist anymore, as far as I know. Probably like Coke Zero now. But anyways, that was 1985.
Coke Zero is actually not bad.
I didn't say to be or not to be. Shakespeare. Talk like Shakespeare Day today. Yep.
What's the famous one from Romeo and Juliet? Wherefore art thou? No. Wherefore art thou, yep. Romeo? Wait, no. What's the one?
Romeo.
No, the window thing. They say in the window.
Throw a rock in the window.
No.
I don't know. I would need to read up on Shakespeare. I do not recall a lot of it.
Can I say it?
Sure.
An opinion.
Sure.
I don't like the Romeo and Juliet story.
Okay. A lot of people.
I had to read it in school, and I'm like,
just didn't enjoy it.
I don't like the story.
Well, I'm still irritated with that. What was it? He had Saving Private Ryan. Got beat in the Oscars for against the Shakespeare movie. Shakespeare in Love. Yeah. What a travesty that is. I mean, John Michael's on here. He's a big entertainer guy. He's going to be He's going to say, you're right. If John Michael disagrees with that, I'd be stunned because I'm sure he's watched both. Animal crackers in my soup, monkeys and rabbits. Loop de loop.
That's the next line?
I guess, yeah.
Oh.
That's what he wrote. John Michael posted that. So there you go. Happy birthday to Roy Orbison. Oh, what an interesting musician, interesting voice. Never get tired. It's a lot of great songs. Okay, personal favorite song of Van Halen, Dreams from the 5150 album. Great song. Great song. Ooh, I'm trying to think what I'll tell you what. Eruption, the way Eddie Van Halen plays the guitar on that
my
is
dad
just
always talks about how
amazing.
he played the guitar.
It's unbelievable. I don't know if that's my all-time favorite Van Halen tune, but they have a lot of good ones. I mean, they were prolific. They were absolutely outstanding. At one point, the biggest rock band in the world. Brian checks in. The Steelers could draft anybody. Who would you want it to be, Bill and Jordan? Okay, before we get to that, Brian, we're going to come back to the draft, and we're going to wrap up our days on here. John Michael's checking in again. Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Jordan, do you like the musical West Side Story?
Yes.
There you go. So there you go.
I love West Side Story.
There you go. The Jets and the Sharks, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I know. I watched the most recent movie.
Listen, I love West Side Story. So when I was younger, my neighbor, her older brother, our high school did West Side Story for the musical, and I was younger. I was like, I don't know how old I was, and he was older than me. Anyways, and our West Side Story was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Rita Moreno should have been there for it.
I love West Side Story.
Rita Moreno was the star of West Side Story when it originally came out. She's amazing, and then she was in the last movie. She played another role in the latest movie.
It's really good. One of my favorites.
It holds up. It's love stories. They hold up. You just change the years, change everything a little bit, but they hold up. They don't even have to. Uh-oh. What are you pondering?
You're right, but
well, I mean, Shakespeare's held up. People still do Shakespeare.
I know.
We might not like it, but
yeah, West Side Story is.
But I'm still waiting for John Michael to answer the question: Saving Private Ryan or
what he's going to say.
Shakespeare in Love.
Has anyone even ever seen that movie?
Shakespeare. I did. I went and saw it. I went and saw it when it came out. Everyone's like, "Oh, Shakespeare in Love," blah blah blah, and I was like, "That was nice." And then I went, "Oh wait, it's against." I mean, I went and saw Saving Private Ryan a few times in the theater, and that first scene in Saving Private Ryan is so intense.
Oh my god,
it's just unbelievable. And then the whole movie, the roller coaster.
Well, my
emotions.
parents did not for the longest time. Were like, you can't watch it.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
And then when I finally watched it, I was
you understood why you didn't need to watch it. Yeah. Yep. So and then Brian, I think Ohio State is wide receiver. Brian Hartline can develop them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the draft, and we'll John Michael will check in with his answer. He's not giving us an answer on that one. I'm not sure.
We'll have to check in tomorrow and see.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he wants to go with Saving Private Ryan or Shakespeare in Love. It is National Picnic Day today, so go out and have a picnic.
It's a nice day. It's going to be
Speak Shakespearean.
The UV rays is going to be 7.
Put your sunscreen on.
So go out there.
Yep. And then take a chance day. Get out of your comfort zone. So my comfort zone would be A, I don't like picnics. B, I'm okay
Instead of going to the gym, run outside today.
Go for a picnic. And you know why you go for a picnic? Because if you like cherry cheesecake, it's cherry cheesecake. Jordan does not like cherry cheesecake. Did you just throw up?
Yeah.
Lost Dog Awareness Day. So pay attention to your dog. Don't let the dog get away. Understand one of your brother's dog almost got away over the weekend.
Yeah, I was leaving to go home and I
dog said, I'm going with Jordan.
I walked out the front door and normally he'll just sit there and I'll open the door and we'll go out, whatever. Except this time I was like, he's gonna get out because he is obsessed with bunnies. He sees a bunny and freaks out.
Yes.
So I open the door and I'm like to my brother, it's technically his dog, but he's our dog. I'm like, he's going to go out. He's like, no, he'll be fine. He won't go. What do I know? I walk out. zoom, he goes right after this bunny, and my brother like sprinted after him because
there's no way
he's still a
him.
puppy. So it's like,
Yeah, but
yes,
just no
he
way
knows
he
where
did.
he lives, but he there's like always
He'd
the chance.
chase that bunny. He'd chase that bunny about 5
So
miles if he had to.
luckily, the bunny like kind of only ran around, like he ran around a circle, like in the house across the street. So AJ, our dog, he just kind of ran in the circle, just chasing the bunny. So he came back, but yeah, it was
named after AJ Foyt, the race car driver.
No, his
AJ
name
Fernandez, the cigar maker.
His name is Apollo James, but we call him AJ.
Oh, Apollo James. All right.
But yeah, he did run away. But he's back.
He's back. He's good. All right. Also, Administrative Professionals Day, Secretary Day, Administrative Day. But yeah, take a chance. Go on a picnic with a cheesecake. You never know. Cherry cheesecake is the day for today. All right. Enough of that stuff. All right. Let's get to the. Oh, wait a minute. John Michael has checked in. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right. I saw Saving Private Ryan with my grandpap. He was in the U.S. Army during World War II. He teared up and started talking about his experiences in the war. And then he says, I actually have a cassette tape of my grandpap's interview for a history class project. Brings back memories. That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
That is super smart on your part. And
I was just going to say, that's something I wish I would have done.
Yeah. And that's the thing. A lot of people with their grandparents,
because like you get
just
told
don't
the
think about it.
stories, but and you only remember what they tell you. But yeah, that's a great idea.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'll cherish that. Make sure that doesn't ever get lost. That's awesome. But yeah, that's what some movies do, and bring back those memories. And then he starts talking about it, and then you get to you get to know a different side of somebody. So that's fantastic. That's a great idea. Okay. We put off the National Football. The description is the National Football League Draft Countdown. Ohio State U, they can develop them. Yes, they can. Steelers, Jordan, I'm going to put this on you right away.
Who?
If they could draft anybody, who would you want it to be? So
they need a quarterback, but I don't know.
Well, he's saying if they could draft anybody. So if you like Cam Ward as a possible candidate, even though he won't be there at 21, do you want to take Cam Ward?
He won't be there. What?
He won't be there. At
oh
the
yeah, no, he's
pick.
not going to be.
But he's saying if you want to take anybody.
So technically, if the Steelers were like the first pick,
how about Will Howard out of Ohio State, won a national title?
Yeah,
we could see his mom on TV 78 times a game.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I was so irritated, but I was like, please. There's got to be a different parent in the stands.
This is probably an unpopular opinion, but all this I don't want to say it because I'm gonna be wrong, I think. But
it's a draft, everybody's wrong.
I actually kind of like the Jackson Dart idea.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
That's
Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss. I have a problem with Jackson Dart. And it's only one play, and I shouldn't judge him on one play. But there's this play where the assignment is basically he's supposed to come down. They run a little reverse, and he's running down the line of scrimmage, and he's supposed to maybe block, get in the way of the defensive end so he doesn't blow up the guy on the reverse. He goes, it's like he's not even there. He goes right, here comes the defensive end. Here comes it. They're on a collision course, and he just goes, no, thank you. Makes a business decision, and it's like, okay, so the guy behind you gets.
You know who would do that?
Who? Here we go. We've got Jordan.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady Tom Brady would throw a block. He would try.
No, he would not.
Try. Oh, yes.
No, he would not. No.
Now, Taylor Show, I believe, is how you say his last name. What about Taylor Show from Louisville? If I'm saying his last name incorrectly, it's because I have no idea about Tyler Show. I think it's a Taylor Show. Tyler Show out of Louisville. The only thing I know about him, and I don't recall watching him. I watched the Miami-Louisville game, and I couldn't tell you. I mean, they were scoring. Miami scored so many points in that game. Then they tried to give it away with the defense. But Tyler Show, the only thing I know about him is he's big. He's got a huge arm, and he's about 28 years old. He's 26 or 27 years old. He's one of the old. I think he's the oldest guy in the draft. But everything you hear about him is he has a big time arm, NFL arm, but he gets hurt all the time.
Ward's going to be number one?
Yeah, to Tennessee. because the mayonnaise guy puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
Oh God.
Levis.
Yeah.
They're done with him apparently. He's not going to do it. Maybe the Steelers pick him up.
No, please no.
Yeah, I just wanted to see the reaction. But so if you could pick
I really think I like Jackson Dart. I'm sorry.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. If Cam Ward was available to the Steelers, I would take Cam Ward. Now, Shedeur Sanders, I don't have a problem with. If he's at 21.
Why do they think that Will Howard is not going to get picked till round 3?
A number of things.
Because other teams don't need quarterbacks?
No, well, part of it's other teams that need, and then there's the pecking order of what an NFL quarterback looks like to NFL scouts now, NFL organizations.
Or Riley Leonard. He's pretty good.
Riley Leonard's limitation is he doesn't throw the ball. I mean, he throws the ball very well, but he's more of a running quarterback, and he's not, I would say, elusive enough.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the national championship game, that first drive, he carries the team on his back.
But
he's not that guy that's, so at least that's what they think. You don't know. Will Howard could get drafted in the 3rd round and turn into a superstar. And all you have to do, Brock Purdy, Tom Brady. Purdy's been in the Super Bowl, twice now? No, or once? At least once. And then Tom Brady won 7 of them. And they were both 6th-round draft picks. Or Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. That's the last guy picked in the draft.
Right.
So you don't know. Will Howard could turn into a great pro quarterback. But in terms of what they look out, and I mean, this is the one I'm waiting for this year, Jordan. Pickens. Oh, wait a minute. What am I saying? Giving him wrong? Kenny
Pickett?
Pickett. I'm saying Pickens. I'm thinking wide receiver. Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Comes back to, I'll call it its real name, Heinz Field. Not Acrisure. What is that? Heinz Field, and takes the Steelers apart. I don't know if that would happen. I'm just saying, but I can see where you're like, he can't do it. He leaves Pittsburgh, goes to win the Super Bowl title with Philly, goes to Browns. If he becomes their starter and turns into something,
I would literally.
But at this point,
say
the only thing he's proven so far is that he was overrated by the Steelers when they selected him in the 1st round. If they had taken him in the 2nd or 3rd round, and then he didn't pan out, people were like, okay, they took him in the 3rd round, didn't cost him a bunch of money. That's the thing with drafts. Hayward Bay, who played wide receiver for the Steelers for a few years towards the end of his career, he was drafted in the 1st round. I remember sitting in the press box watching a game, and Kansas City writers were there because he played for the Raiders, I believe, if I have that right. And the Kansas City writers, because they're arch rivals with the Raiders, were just going, where was this guy? This guy didn't play in Oakland. This guy wasn't this good. The whole thing. And all I kept thinking was, well, maybe everybody overrated him in the draft. If they had picked him in the 2nd or 3rd round, they would have gone, oh, what a great pick. He was really good for a 2nd or 3rd rounder. So that's the thing. I mean, people blame players all the time. Maybe the teams just got it wrong and overrated the players. But that's something that okay, where are we? Okay. Brian, would Jordan like Abdul Carter out of Penn State or Tyler Warren? Abdul Carter's the beast in this draft.
Both of them are.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But if you had to pick one, I think I'd go Abdul Carter.
Yeah. Warren's really good though too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can't go wrong with either one of them. Yeah, Chad Brinker married my cousin, and he is really up in the Tennessee. Oh, he's the man in their organization. He's done really well for himself, absolutely, and hoping he puts a great draft together for the Tennessee Titans. Why not? Chad Brinker, Martin Sperry, running back. You want to talk about a player. Back in the day, he was outstanding. And then went and played college ball. Yeah, absolutely. I wish nothing but the best for Chad Brinker. He's a guy that we covered, and wish him nothing but the best in the draft, and wish him well at Tennessee. Hopefully he has tremendous success. Now, as I say that, for all of the Steelers and Browns fans out there that are now going, why is Bill wishing Chad Brinker and Tennessee success? It's because he's an individual that and you want to see individuals from the Valley or for anybody that do really, really well. So that's fantastic. So hopefully he does well. John Michael checking in. Steelers needs quarterback, defensive tackle, cornerback, running back, wide receiver, basically everywhere. Here's the problem. Do they need to make a trade? Do they need to make a trade? Because they have one pick in the first 83 picks. Their second pick is 83 in round 3. That is a lot of talent coming off the board without getting a selection. But you get DK Metcalf, but you don't have a quarterback right now. Do you trade Pickens?
That's been a talk, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's been a talk. I think if they can get a quarterback and throw the ball, I think his thing is he's like any other wide receiver. Get me the football, get me the football, get me the football, get me the football. If he goes out and gets a quarterback and he gets the ball, let's say 5 times a game, and it has targets in the red zone, he'd be happy. I don't know. I think 2 Buckeyes will go in the first round. All right. Well, you know what? I have my Buckeye list here. I do. Jordan sat back, said, I'm out on the Buckeyes. They have a 6-year streak of having at least one player in the first round. That is their streak right now. Offensive tackle projected to be the first one off the board, Josh Simmons, first round, 25th to Houston. The other 2 first-round grades so far in most of the drafts that I've seen, defensive tackle, Talik Williams, first round, 30th pick, Buffalo. Washington, Emeka Egbuka. I hope I said that right. I always struggle with that one. First round, 29th to Washington, wide receiver. And I'll tell you what, Jaden Daniels, give him some more weapons. Give him some more weapons. Here comes Washington. Watch out. We're going to knock off the Phillies next year. And to the Super Bowl, Washington goes, Jordan.
Maybe.
Would be exciting. John Michael, what are your thoughts about the movie Draft Day starring Kevin Costner? I love it. Jordan, have you ever seen that? Jordan has seen it. I love it because the Browns have a general manager that's actually a genius. Manages to get himself in a bit of hot water, but comes out smelling like a rose because he gets everything he wants and more in the draft. And I can't think of his name. The actor that plays Black Panther. He is the Ohio State linebacker. That's one of the stars of the movie. And he is selected in the first round. I can't think of his name. Who's the actor's name?
The one that died?
Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Chadwick. And you want another great movie. He was in 42. Jackie Robinson's story was great. If you want another movie, John Michael, I don't know if you like James Brown. James Brown's tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. I've been listening to a lot of James Brown lately. Driving around the car, just put James Brown on. It's like, man, he is so good. So good. And Boseman played in the James Brown story. And Jordan is going like this to me. It's time to go and do the show. So the midday show is approaching, and we need to go and get the midday show done. As much as I would love to talk about all of this.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
We can't talk about it tomorrow. And this is your assignment, Jordan. You have one assignment tonight. I think John Michael would be
watch Draft Day.
Yes, watch Draft Day. John Michael checks his love James Brown. Absolutely. They're saying the Steelers would draft Shedeur Sanders. They should. If he's at 21, if Shedeur Sanders is at 21, you got to take him.
Yeah.
You got to take him. I mean, and people say, well, he's not that good. He's not that elusive. Well, he got sacked 94 times in 2 years at Colorado. Why? Not because he wasn't mobile, not because he couldn't get away from the rush, because his offensive lines were terrible. And that's the one thing, if there's one weakness so far at Colorado, as Deion Sanders, Shedeur's dad, continues to build that program, he needs to get linemen. He has not had linemen, and he knows that. He knows that as well as anybody. So he's trying to get the best linemen in there. But he's got that program up and coming, and they're doing well. And Shedeur Sanders, I watched a number of his games. He can throw the football, and you want to blitz him, he can throw the football. His percentages are all good. If he's available at 21, you have to take him. I would be stunned if they didn't take him. I don't know why you wouldn't take him. Drew, we need to discuss favorite musicals at some point.
Okay.
All right, music. Oklahoma. No, I don't musical. Oh, Evita was very good. I like Evita.
Yeah.
Is it Hamilton? Everybody loves Hamilton these
Hamilton,
days.
yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
one of those big ones. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. All right, we need to go. The one thing that Jordan is telling me, regardless of musicals, draft day movies, Kevin
got
Costner
lots of work
movies,
to do.
Shedeur Sanders, we have work to do. So unfortunately, we have to go. Thank you for checking in. Thank you to Valley Converting. Can't thank them enough. Bill's 9-minute Phill-Up.
Two rules.
Two rules. Oh. Go ahead.
Have fun and always try your best. See you tomorrow.
Wow, I usually never let anybody say that. That's like my own little thing.